Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you how to do a multiple exposure using Adobe Photoshop. I was out in the park this morning just having a little wander around, and I set my camera on the tripod and took a few photographs. I've got Bridge open here, and just sort of with the self timer just got me moving around, and I thought this would be quite a good set of images to show you how to do a multiple exposure using Photoshop. So I'm going to click into Photoshop now and go to File, Scripts, and then Load Files into Stack. This dialog box opens up and we're just going to browse and find the files that we want. Okay, so I've got here, I'm just going to look for the JPEG files that I've sort of converted from the DNGs to JPEGs already and reduced the size just for ease of speed. So clicking on the files and holding the Command key down, just select all the ones that you're going to require for multiple exposure. So I've got 5, 6, 7 JPEG and 8 JPEG. And all I'm going to do now is click Open. The dialog box comes up, it's got all the files that I've selected, and basically I'm just going to leave these boxes unchecked. Because it was on a tripod, I don't need to align the source images, so I'm not bothered about creating a smart object either after loading the layers. So I'm just going to click OK, and I'm going to let Photoshop do its work. Okay, I'm going to use two screens, so I'm going to just drag my layers dialog box across along with the adjustment and properties. Okay, Photoshop can do a pretty good job of aligning these and blending them together and bringing all the images myself with this. So I'm going to attempt to do that to start with. So just holding down the Shift key in the layers dialog box, from the top one, holding the Shift key, clicking on the bottom, that selected all the layers, and now we're going to go to Edit, and in Edit we're going to go to Auto Blend Layers. I'm going to select the stack images and the seamless tones and colours. I'm just going to click OK. As I said, Photoshop does a pretty good job in some instances. It may not do here because there's a lot of, I'm quite dark and sort of blending in with the trees and bushes to a certain extent. It may not sort of automatically blend it. If you had, for instance, maybe a BMX bike going across and you took say 5 or 6 frames and with a nice blue sky behind, and it's very sort of clearly, contrast is really good and clearly identifiable between the BMX bike and stuff, it may work well. And in this instance it hasn't worked very well at all, so you can see where it's tried to blend it. It's got some layer masks automatically put onto each of the layers here, and it's tried to do it. And if I zoom in, you can see a bit of me there, again against the tree there's a little bit there, a bit of Jean, and another little bit there. So it's tried to do the job, but unfortunately it hasn't done it very well at all. So what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to manually do it. So I'm just going to go back into my history, and I'm just going to go back. So I've just got all the layers selected but haven't tried to auto blend it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the bottom layer as it is. Holding the Alt key, I'm going to click into the layer masks. And I'll put a black mask on there by holding the Alt key down. Now I can go to the one below and do exactly the same, Alt key and click on the mask, or the easy way of doing it is just hold the Alt key and drag down into each, and into the next, and into the next. I'm going to leave the bottom one as it is, but I've got all the others selected. Okay, so coming down to the bottom, the second layer where I've got the layer mask, if I hold the Shift key down and click into that dialog box, the layer mask there, you see it puts a red cross on, and that's just hiding that mask at the moment, so it's revealing the second picture here, as you can see. So all I've got to do now is click there, remember where I was, take the cross out of it, taking a brush, B for brush, right bracket key, and I'm going to paint in white. So as you can see over here I've got black and white. I'm just going to click on the X and that changes the foreground to white. And again, as I forgot where I was, I'm just going to Shift key into there. That's it. And now I'm just going to paint myself into that area there. Okay, and then up to the next one. Into the layer mask. Again, Shift key, there I am by the tree, and paint in. Okay, up to the next one, shift, again paint in. Up to the next one, shift, paint in. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit now. It's pixelating quite a bit because I did reduce the file size so for speed. And into the last box, click, and I'm walking away. So all I'm going to do with this one, reduce the brush down quite small and just paint in nice and close to the jacket there. And here again, just down this trouser leg here. If I accidentally go over like that, all I do is hit the X key, change foreground back to black, and just paint that back in there. As you can see, I've got myself in, nicely blended in, doing it manually. You can, I say, try the auto blend. On some pictures it will work, others it won't. Okay, so I'm just going to finish this off now. So I'm going to put the drop down, flatten the image, and hit C for crop, and I'm just going to crop in here. And again a little bit at the side there. Hit the return, that's cropped it. Just to finish this picture off, I'm going to bring across my Silver Efex Pro. And there's lots of presets in Nik Silver Efex Pro, neutral, underexposed. Well, I'm going for overexposed in this instance. I quite like that with the leaves, almost makes it almost infrared looking. So I'm quite happy with that. Click on the curves dialog box just to see if I want to just bring the darks down a little bit. That's it. And that's it finished. I hope that's been of some use to you. If you want to ask any questions, just drop me an email or just leave a comment on the blog and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.